Brought to you by NGK, the plugs that put back the spark. A pleasure in presenting the 1991 Volkswagen Algoa Rally. Toyota won the first 3 events of the South African Rally Championships with such determination that the opposition were left questioning their own ability to win. The NGK Rally changed all that when Toyota's flagman, Serge Damso, retired, his engine blown. Nissan's Jannie Hubig and Douglas Judd were right there to snatch the honour and take the silverware. In a surprise move only weeks later, Jannie and Douglas resigned from the Nissan team, unhappy with the internal politics of Nissan's huge motorsport effort. Toyota's early domination stands threatened by the encroaching Class A Nissan and Ford drivers. Chart van der Valk's consistent overall and Class D results have stood the privateer team in good stead, but their inability to win leave them in a precarious position. After a disappointing rally season to date, Volkswagen, committed to their motorsport involvement, have made a bold step by isolating their motorsport workshops, giving the team the best possible facilities, free from corporate pressure. Roger McCleary spoke to their motorsport coordinator, Bernie Mariner.
Bernie Mariner, a legend in South African motorsport. This workshop is really, I suppose, the result of a dream.
Yes, well, I think it's to get the company further down the road in the motorsport program and to provide more support and better service to all the privateers and sponsored and assisted people we have out in the field. We've set it up as best we can. They're just completing our dynamometer installation, and when that's finished in about another 3 to 4 weeks' time, then we'll be pretty independent. And we'll have the facility to do all the computer engine mapping and get all the information out of it we need.
So Evertser and Harding, who undoubtedly have the most potent engine in Class A, should with renewed effort become a force to reckon with. With the national rally season at the halfway mark, the crews moved to the friendly city of Port Elizabeth for the 5th of the 8-round championship series. Friday evening and the downtown traffic slowly abating. The cars take up their positions in front of the Port Elizabeth City Hall, giving local folk the chance of a closer look at this impressive machinery. Car number 1, once again the Toyota of Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide. The Class A cars stand in their seated positions, the gap created by the Hubig-Judd Nissan, soon to be filled by ex-teammates Duval and Hodgson as the field move up a place. The last of the private entries take up their position in the Parc Fermé. At 6 p.m, the 33-strong field will start the first of 9 stages for the night. 4 stages are in and around the city. From there, the cars move to the Dispatch and Colchester area. The first car is due back in Port Elizabeth about 11:30 p.m. A tense moment for the Toyota team as Serge and Vito come under starters' orders. Making the start official is the Mayor of Port Elizabeth, His Worship Alderman John Vieira. Leading the pack into an all-tar stage holds very little advantage, but when the markings and the route schedule don't coincide, being the leading car becomes a problem. Serge clocks a creditable time, marred only by moments of hesitation. Springbok rallyists Hannes Grobler and Piet Swanepoel off second and leading the depleted Nissan attack in the first of the 2 centres. Nick de Waal and Guy Hodgson driving the other. Excitement rises in the crowd as hometown boy Sarel van der Merwe, together with friend and navigator Frans Boshoff, enter the starting bay. At stage 3, run at the Port Elizabeth Showgrounds, our cameraman found the ex-Nissan team of Jannie Hubig and Douglas Judd among the many spectators. The stage is a combination of tight roadways and 2 circuits of the Speedway Oval, all within the showgrounds. Serge and Vito on their way to a fastest time of 1 minute and 40 seconds. While Hannes Grobler keeps pace with the competition up front, Nick de Waal struggles through the first few stages, his progress slowed by niggling little faults.
And 5. Stop, boss, it's right, and then right and open hairpin left. T right into open hairpin left.
As Johan Evertser releases the clutch of the Golf Synchro, the snap of a broken sideshaft can be heard. The crippled car battles on, obviously off the pace.
T left. T left, and 50 meters, turn off 90 right. Turn off right, turn off 90 right. And 50 meters, fork right, and then through the gate and right, through the gate and right, and then to a T right here, to the right. No, on the track, man, on the track. And then open hairpin left.
With only 3 wheels under drive, Steve Harding's odometers, sensitive to wheel spin and a shift to power, become inoperative, with devastating results.
And then turn out hard right, caution hole. Turn out hard right. I haven't got operative odos. Turn out hard right, and 50 meters bend left. Hard right, 50 meters bend left. Yes, it is hard right. It is hard right. It's hard right out of that gate. It's hard right out of that gate. They say down the other end we must go out. Well, we must go around this way. There's a car coming.
Time lost in the stage sees the Toyota of Glenn Gibbons entering the oval, while Evertser and Harding battle to find a way out. Having failed to finish the past 2 events, the last thing Gibbons and Copley need is to be slowed by the ailing Golf Synchro. Johan would obviously like to do well in the Volkswagen Algoa Rally, as would the service crew, who throw themselves into the task of repairing the car. The broken side shaft has caused terminal damage to the gearbox, retiring the Golf after only 3 stages. On the outlying stages, the pace hots up as the cars and drivers get a chance to stretch their legs. Spectators take full advantage of the mild evening weather to watch the cars in action and enjoy a braai with their friends. At the end of 9 stages, it's Sarah van der Merwe in the Ford Laser who heads the scoreboard. Throughout the evening, victims of one disaster or another are towed or trailered back to Port Elizabeth, the opening stages of the rally proving costly in the form of retirements. One of the more serious of these is that of Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide, who blew a head gasket before entering the final stage of the evening. Sarel and France book into the Parc Fermé late, taking time to replace the starter motor in preparation for Saturday's demanding stages. Only 4 Class A cars remain in the rally, 3 of which are within the same minute. All are over 2 minutes behind the Ford of van der Merwe and Boshoff. Eric Sanders and Tito van Westenhagen lead a 3-way Class C battle, while the Coetzee Harrington Golf leads Class B. The rally restarts at 7 a.m. the next morning, with stage 10 taking place near the Kucha Saltworks. Long and fast stages lie ahead of the 25-strong field. Sarel and France now lead on the road as well as the scoreboard. From stage 10, the cars head up the coast using the well-maintained district roads that follow the railway line towards Alexandria. From there, the route swings inland, crossing the N2 towards Alisdale before a regroup and lunch break. Sarel is tipped to know these roads, having rallied in the regional and local club events over the years. With the threat from Damso now a thing of the past, Sarel has only to keep the cushion open between the Ford and the other 4-wheel drive cars. 21 seconds separates Hannes Grobler and Piet Swanepoel from teammates De Waal and Hodgson.
5, stand by. Red, yellow, green. 200, keep left.
We join Nick and Guy as they head into stage 10. There are no team orders in the Nissan camp, so it's one Nissan against the other for second place. This is one of the more interesting stages of the day, so let's sit back and enjoy the ride.
100, turn off, 90 left, 90 left, 100, sweep left, sharp, 60 left, minus, 50, 60 left, minus, 60 left, minus, 300, sweep right, over jump, fast right, sweep fast right, over jump, 300, turn off, 60 left, open. 200, turn off, 60 left, open. 100, turn on, 60 left, open, 300, jump, gate, railway left, jump, gate, railway left, jump, gate, railway left, jump, gate, railway left. Right, 260 right, keep right, 160 right, keep right, 100 right, keep right, and then right again, 60, and then right again, keep right, 60 right, go, 100 to finish, stand by. Okay, very good, mate, lovely, good time, 3:05. .305.
Sarl wins the stage, while Nick in car 5 takes 3 seconds off Hannes and Pete in car 2. Behind this battle, Glenn Gibbons and Peter Cuffley chase hard, while not far behind on paper, the Class C effort is still led by the Toyota entry of Eric Sanders and Thilo van Westenhagen. Second in Class C and up to 6th overall is the private entry of Leon Boerter and Francois Jordan. They currently lie 44 seconds behind Sanders. Paolo Piazza Musso and Neil Watt have worked hard at getting the geometry of the Uno Turbo right, and midway through the season the turbocharged Class B car appears to be on the pace. They currently hold second place in that class. The husband and wife team of Ben and Isabel van der Westhuizen needing results here after having failed to finish in the last 2 events. Keith Coleman and John Barnard 7th on the scoreboard, but driving in 11th place on the road. Another husband and wife team going well is that of Skalk and Sue Berger. Billy van Vuren and Andre Vermeulen up to 14th place, having started with number 19 on their car. Chart van der Walt and Jacob van der Linde lead Class D ahead of Terry Brand and Mike Gillum. Gibbons and Cuffley, seen here in full flight on stage 11, are soon to have oil pump problems, which will terminate the Toyota Class A effort at the end of the stage. The long and extremely fast sections suit some more than others. The gearing, in the Ford for example, is suited to the high-speed conditions, something that has handicapped the car in the tight forest stages of the Castrol and NGK rallies. Sarl in France, having posted the fastest times on stages 10, 11, 12 and 13, building on the existing lead that they started the day with. Years of experience starting to pay dividends on this event. The real fight has been raging behind the Ford between the 2 Nissan Sentras. Being second on the road, Hannes and Pete are unaware of the times being set by Nick and Guy behind them. They are therefore oblivious of the fact that their teammates have whittled away the gap and now hold second place overall. Nick and Guy, on the other hand, are well aware of their achievement. Bearing in mind the fact that Eric Sanders is driving a Class C car, the team is consistently posting times only slightly slower than those of the Class A vehicles. His teammate and arch-rival Enzo Kuhn, who started the day in 13th position after a torrid previous night, cannot equal or match the times being set by Sanders, who is obviously at home on and enjoying the roads. The one possible threat to Sanders are the Class B leaders, Coetzee and Harrington. Cassie Coetzee and Wiley Harrington having worked their way past Boerter and Coleman on the scoreboard, the threat from the turbocharged Uno slowly waning. The Uno is placed in Class B simply because of the boosting the engine receives from the turbo unit. Without the turbo, however, the power reverts to the actual motor displacement, which is about equal to an 1100cc car. Having lost the turbo on stage 14, Paolo has lost time himself and held up Ben van der Westhuizen in the process.
The turbo cap came off, got no boost and the thing doesn't run. It's like driving a little 1100, you know. It was 2.5 minutes.
Keith Coleman and Johan Barnard still contesting Class C. Also enjoying the fast road conditions is Scott Berger, no doubt scaring the wits out of his wife Sue in the navigator's seat. We join the Springbok team of Sarah van der Merwe and Frans Boshoff for a treat of some world-class navigating. Note the accuracy of each instruction.
Before bridge.
The first tight section of road after 5 stages of dirt highways.
Point 2, bad dip before bridge. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep to the right. Sweep left through gate. And then there's a bad dip again. Sweep left through gate. Here we go. Bad dip, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Nissan Sentras safely holding 2nd and 3rd places in Class A and overall. Sanders has pulled nearly 2 minutes on Botha and Jordan, who are now defending their Class C position from Enzo Kuhn. Enzo has taken 3rd place from Keith Coleman. Cassie Coetzee and Wiley Harrington, who, save a disaster, have Class B in the bag. The Uno repaired and back on speed in stage 16. The dust of the Eastern Cape drought hangs high in the air as the cars complete 16 of the 21 special stages. At Patterson, the teams are regrouped and enjoy a lunch break. It's also the first time since stage 12 that the motoring press have access to the teams for a chat, and the spectators can grab the odd autograph. For most, the route has been much too fast and more of a test of the navigator's nerves than the driver's ability. From the regroup, the route follows 2 long fast stages through the mountains and the Krom River Valley, across the Suurberg Pass and back to Port Elizabeth for the final 3 stages. Sarel and France have driven an immaculate rally in a well-presented car suited to the speeds expected from this event. Developer Glenn Hall, himself a victim of a bad crash on the NGK rally, has spent time redesigning the Ford suspension to good effect, the car remaining unchallenged at the front of the field. The Nissan Sentra of Nick de Waal, despite having achieved the fastest times on the last 4 stages, is unable to mount a real threat against the flying Cosworth-powered Ford. Hannes Grobler and Piet Swanepoel started 2nd, now 3rd. Sanders and van Westenhagen clear leaders in Class C. We join Cassie Coetzee and Wiley Harrington in car on stage 17, clearly enjoying themselves on the twists and bends.
Iets het gebreek. Moet het staan. Ry om.
A broken stub axle on the back suspension literally reduces the Golf to a 3-wheeler. Once again robbed of results with the finish in sight, Cassie and Wiley give Class B to the Uno on a plate. The Golf has failed to finish 3 of the last 4 rallies, putting a question mark over the dealer team's preparation.
Die stapaksel het gebreek en een van die vinnige draaie.
Yeah. Are you going to? No, we won't. We're going to stop now
Because there's no service.
Crew here.
Yeah, okay, well then we'll have a...
Now promoted to place, Leon Botha and Francois Jordan, the leading privateers in 5th position overall. After a disastrous start to the rally, Enzo Kuhn and Johan Seeling simply cannot catch the Golf of Botha and Jordan and must be satisfied with 3rd in Class C. Paolo Piazza Musso and Neil Watt, yet to learn of Coetzee's problems, almost overextend themselves as they chase unnecessarily after the Golf. Class D leaders from the start, Chart van der Walt and Jacob van der Linde. Young Billy van Vuren gives navigator Andre Vermeulen an anxious moment on this off-camber bend on stage 17. Over the Suurberg Pass and on their way to the final stages of the rally, the Uno crew narrowly lead Class B. Only seconds behind them and chasing hard is the VW dealer team Golf of Jurgen Snell and Gillian Tolton. The The last stage is the Gymkhana-type layout on the parking lot at the beachfront. The Port Elizabeth crowd rise to the occasion and turn out in full force to cheer on their local hero. As usual, Sarl delivers the goods.
Well, this is a rocket ship. Here he goes, tight round there, and it'll be to the flying finish now. As he crosses the line now.
5, stand by. Red, yellow, green, 50, 90 right. 90 right. 150, 90 right into immediate 90 right.
We join the second place crew of Nick Duval and Guy Hodgson for an exciting final few seconds.
150, turn off 90 left. Turn off 90 left, immediate left again. Left and left again. And now 100 right. 100, turn off 90 right. Turn off 90 right. Right. 100, you bend left. You bend left. Down to the bottom. You bend left. You bend left. Left. 100, you bend right. 100, you bend right. Right. Right now. Keep going to the finish. Stand by. Okay. 47 seconds.
The last time Ford won a national rally was with this crew on this event back in 1983.
It's always nice to win your first event and it was a new team, and as you know, we're still in the development stage, so it's really very pleasing win for all of us. And we had absolutely no problems. The car was perfect throughout, so we're quite happy.
The results bear witness to an event that tested the drivers and cars on straight-line speed and the navigators on nerves rather than talent. The Nissan team started the rally in disarray with the resignation of Hubig and Judd. We asked Nick Duval if this had had any effect.
I suppose I lie if I say it didn't have any effect on me at all, but I soon sorted my mind out and decided to concentrate on the rally and forget about the political problems.
Now this actually puts you in quite a strong position as far as the championship log is concerned. Where did you actually move to now? Do you have any idea?
Yes, as far as I know, I'm leading the championship in Class A now, the National Rally Championship. So with another 3 rallies to go, there's a real good chance to win the South African Championship.
So the rally teams leave the bay with their championship more open than when they arrived. While Ford get their first taste of victory and internal politics cloud the Nissan camp, the Toyota's workshop will be burning the midnight oil in preparation for next month's Stanek Mountain Trial. The 1991 Algoa Rally was proudly brought to you by